Hey everyone, this is Colin, and in today's video we're going to review the JP400 Compact Jump Starter. We're going to unbox it, we're going to look at the functions, test it in real life situations, and then I'll give you a quick review. A company reached out to me asking me if I wanted to review this product in exchange to keep it, and I agreed because I wanted one of these for my wife. I actually have one of these in my car, and I've had it for a few years, and it's just been so beneficial, especially when I left my car sitting for about a week and I wasn't able to jump it. I would have to get another car, use jumper cables, or ask someone to pull over to jump it, and it was just very frustrating. So by having one of these, it's very convenient. You just plug it into the terminals on the battery and jump it. There was also a period where my car battery was on its last leg, so if I left the radio on for about 5 minutes or lights on without having the car on, the battery would die. I had to use this product quite often, like almost every other day, until I got a replacement battery. Without further ado, let's get this unboxed. Here's the top of the box. The brand is LokiThor. I feel like they just copied off of some Disney character names. It's a JP400 model. It's the world's most compact jump starter with air compressor. Here's the side. It's spark-proof. It's a 12-volt lithium battery. It has reverse polarity protection. It's rated for 2,500 amps peak, and it could do 8.5 liter gas or 6.5 liter diesel cars. Here's the bottom with more information. It's a 4S LiPo at 3.7 volts for a total of 14.8 volts. Battery capacity is 800 milliamps at 3.7 volts. It has an input of USB-C, 5 volts at 3 amps. Output is also USB-C or A at 5 volts, 3 amps. Starting current is 1500 amps. Peak current is 2500 amps. Inflation pressure is 8 to 150 psi. Airflow is 22 liters per minute. Sensor protection is plus and minus 1 psi. The LED light is rated at 300 lumens, and then there's some charging, storage, and operating temperatures. It goes up to 150 psi. You can inflate balls, bicycles, motorcycles, vehicles, or anything else that requires air inflation. You can switch the units from psi or bar. Here's the side. It just says it's 150 psi or 300 lumens. And then here's the other side. Here's a thank you message. Here's an instruction manual. Just quickly look through it. Here's the product itself. We'll look at it in detail in a second. There's connectors, USB A to C, tire inflator, a bag, and some nozzle attachments. In this box, they had a Presta valve adapter, a ball, needle, and then 2 other inflatable nozzles. Let's take a look at the product. This is the front. On the top, we have the port for the jump clamp. On this side, we have the adapter for the inflatable hose. This is the LED light. On this side, we have the USB-A and USB-C ports. There's nothing here. On the bottom, we have the different error icons and codes, and then we have information about this product, the model number, and all the specs. Let's turn the product on. We short press the power button. There's all this information on the display. If you can see this, this is all the information. We have the internal battery level, a digital display area, a voltage indicator. There's a V down here, which isn't lit up right now. This is a power indicator. There's a W above it. You can change it from PSI or bar. It's currently in PSI. There's a reverse polarity indicator, a hot indicator, cold indicator, error indicator, charging indicator, negative clip indicator, and positive clip indicator. To turn the lights on, we can't just press the power button. We have to press and hold it for a while, a few seconds. It's solid by default. If I press it again, it strobes. And then again, it strobes a little slower. And then if I press again, it turns off. There's a tire pressure button. We can change it from bar or PSI, and then it cycles through this car, bicycle, motorcycle, or scooter, and basketball setting. So I think I'm just gonna leave it in PSI. I can set the value that I want. So For a car, it's usually around 35 psi, but you can check on the side of your driver's side door and it should tell you. And then I don't have anything connected, but if you press and hold the pump button for 3 seconds, it'll start inflating. And once it reaches that set pressure, it'll automatically stop and it'll show you what the pressure is for the tire. Now I'm going to test the charging function. I have a phone here. We can see that the phone is charging and we can see how much the battery is discharging. It's -3 watts. And then when you're actually charging it, it would be a positive value. Now I'm going to bring this outside and actually test the inflator on an actual tire and also test the jump start function. This bag that it came with doesn't actually fit the jump starter. It might fit the accessories, so I'll probably have to keep this on the side. And then I can put the accessories in here. We're going to test out the tire inflator. I already put the adapter in. I took the cap off of the valve on the tire. If the screen times out, you can press the power button again, and it shows it's at 31 psi. You can press the plus and minus buttons to change the desired psi, and then when you want to pump it, you just press and hold pump. And then it stops by itself. This shows the current tire pressure. If you press mode, it goes to different presets. There's one with the car and bar. There's a bicycle or motorcycle in PSI. There's like a scooter and then a basketball. You can set the pressure for different presets, or you can do it manually in bar or PSI. Next, we're going to test out the jump starter function. On the top of the jumper, there's a connection right here. This is the plug. There's only one way of plugging it in. We're going to plug the red positive first, and then the black negative, and then we're going to turn it on. If you guys can see here, there's a countdown. So after 10 seconds, it tells you the voltage. We're at 12.2 volts. If we look here, we can see that the connections are plugged in correctly. And if you listen closely, you can hear some clicking going on. This shows the current voltage, and the battery is in good condition. I'm going to show a chart on the screen, and if it's below a certain voltage, that might mean that your battery is low or might need to be replaced. I'm going to try starting the car now, even though with this it should be able to start, but I don't have a dead battery to test. This is more for demonstration purposes only on how to make the connection and how to turn the car on. And the car started. Once it starts, you can turn it off by pressing and holding the power button. Then you can take off the negative and positive clamps. If you weren't able to start the car, there's a power boost mode, and you have to make sure that the plugs are not touching each other because it can short out the battery. You can press and hold the mode button for 5 seconds. It provides more power for the car to jump. It looks like these two plugs and this K-looking circle button went away. And then to turn it off, you press and hold the power button. I just want to show you guys, previously I had jumper cables and a tire inflator. The good thing about these is that you don't have to charge a device like this one. You can just plug that into the cigarette lighter port, and then with this one you don't have to charge it either, but the drawback is that you have to find another vehicle that has a 12-volt battery, whether that's your own car or hunting someone down on the street. The great thing about this is that it's very portable and you don't need another vehicle in order to jumpstart the car. This just charges and runs on its own. It's more compact. The drawback about this is that every 3 months you're supposed to charge it, and it lasts about 1,500 uses or jumps if it's maintained well. So these batteries will eventually degrade and die after a few years. That's the trade-off for having one of these. I feel like having the portability of this outweighs the drawbacks because you might not always find someone to help you jump your car. If you're interested in one of these, a link to the product is in the description section below, and they range between $50 to $100. Please check that out, and thank you for watching this video. Feel free to leave questions or comments in the comment section below. Please like this video if you found it helpful, and if you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys for watching, and take care.